Well, here I am on another day, and here we are on another day, and Joseph and Joshua. This is going to be the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Goldilocks, and she had long blonde hair, and she lived with her mother on the edge of the woods. And they were real happy together. And one day, Goldilocks told her mother, I'm going to go for a walk, Mom. And her mother said, okay, don't you go, you can go for a walk. But listen, when you go into the forest, don't you go to the Three Bears' house, because you just don't know what they'll do. Leave the bears alone. Do not disturb the bears. And Goldilocks said, okay, Mom, I won't disturb the bears. But inside she was thinking, I wonder what it's like at the bears' house. But she told her mom, no, I won't disturb the bears. I won't go there. And so she gave her mom a hug, and off she went into the forest. Well, as she was walking through the forest, it was a long walk, and back at the house of the Three Bears, they were just getting up in the morning. And when they got up in the morning, they would have porridge, what they used to call porridge, which is like oatmeal or maybe like grits, hot like mush. And the Papa Bear lived there, and the Mama Bear, and the little baby bear. And they made their porridge, and they set it out on the table. And then the Papa Bear said, oh, this porridge needs to cool down a little bit. So we're going to go for a walk in the forest. And the Mama Bear said, okay. And the little baby bear said, sure, let's go for a walk in the forest. And so off they went into the forest in one direction to have a nice morning walk while their porridge got cool. And then in came Goldilocks from another direction. And she happened to notice that this was the house of the Three Bears. And she looked at the house, and she looked around. She didn't see anybody there. And so she went inside, and she looked around, nobody was there. She said, oh, Mama can't mind if I go in now because nobody's here. And she said, boy, I am hungry. She smelled the porridge that the Three Bears had. So she went in their dining room, and she went up to the big bowl with the Papa Bear's porridge in it. And she took the big spoon. No, and it was so hot. That porridge was so hot. She put it down. Oh, no. And then she went to the Mama Bear's bowl. It was the middle-sized bowl. And the Mama Bear had put some milk in there to help it cool faster. And so Little Red Riding Hood went over to, it wasn't Little Red Riding Hood, it was Goldilocks, went over to the middle-sized bowl, the Mama Bear's bowl. And she took the medium-sized spoon and put it in there and ate it. It was so cold. That cold milk made it so cold. She said, I'm not kidding, I'll get anything. She went over to the baby bear's bowl. It was just like a little good child-sized bowl. And she put it in there. Oh, this is so good. And she ate it all up. And then she said, well, I think I'll go sit down for a minute and maybe there's a book or something I can read. So she went over and she went to the Papa Bear's chair. And it was a big chair because he was a big bear. She jumped up on it. Oh, it just was not comfortable. And she was so big and so hard she couldn't handle it. So okay, I don't know, that chair doesn't work. So then she went to the middle-sized chair. And she jumped onto that. And she sunk down because it was so soft. And she didn't like that. So she crawled out of, it took a little bit to crawl out of the mama bear's middle-sized chair. And then she sat in the little baby chair, and she went, oh, it's a rocking chair. And so she sat down in the baby's chair, and well, baby bear is pretty big, it's like a little girl. And she sat down in that, and it was just right. And she said, it's a rocking chair. She rocked, and she rocked, and she rocked, and she rocked, and she smashed the chair. The chair fell apart, and she fell down to the ground, and she bumped her head. And she said, oh, my head hurts. I think I'm going to go lie down for a couple minutes. But I know I got to leave before those bears get back. But she goes over into the bedroom, and she goes to the Papa Bear's big, tall bed, and she tries to lie down on that, and it's just so hard. It's like sleeping on wood. And she didn't like that. She didn't want that. So then she said, okay, I'm going to go to that middle-sized bed. That's the mama bear's bed. And so she goes over and gets in that, and just like that chair, it just sort of goes like that, and she's going, I can't sleep in this. I'll fall through the floor. I can't do this. This is too soft. And so then she goes to the little baby bear's bed. And it's just the right size for a child, and very comfortable. She gets in there, puts the cover up over her head, and goes to sleep. Well, Goldilocks is sleeping in the baby bear's bed, and the three bears come back. And they come in the house, and Papa Bear's going, oh, I'm so hungry, so hungry. And he goes to his bowl of porridge, and you notice that it's been knocked all around. Somebody had got the spoon all dirty. Somebody's been eating my porridge. And then the mama bear goes over and looks at her middle-sized bowl of porridge like that, and she goes, wait. And it's spilled out, the milk is knocked over. And she goes, somebody took my food too, and didn't even eat it all. Somebody ate it. He tried to eat some of it. And then the little baby bear looks, and he just cries out, oh no, somebody's been eating my porridge, and they ate it all up. Oh. And then they said, well, let's go looking for the Papa Bear and the Mama Bear. Well, let's go look for whoever did this. We are bears. And so they looked in the living room, and the Papa Bear noticed that somebody had been climbing around on his chair. He said, somebody's been moving my chair around and climbing on it. And the Mama Bear looked at her. Look, somebody made a mess out of my chair. Look at how that's all sunk in. What is going on? And the baby bear looked, and the baby bear was not feeling too good because he had already lost his porridge. And he looked, and he saw that the rocking chair that he loved so much was broken, shattered in pieces, and on the floor. And he said, Mama, Papa, it's all broken. My chair, somebody broke. Now the Papa Bear was not happy. We're going to find who did this. And so they went into the bedroom, and the Papa Bear went, somebody was trying to get in my bed. And the Mama Bear goes, well, same thing. They did the same thing to my chair. They smushed it all up. Oh, and then the baby bear goes, wait, somebody is in my bed. Look at my cover. And you could see the lump where Goldilocks was. You could hear her kind of snoring. And then Papa Bear goes, who is that? And Goldilocks jumped up. And she coughed. She was so scared. And she no, no, no. And she ran out of the house as fast as she could, and she ran down the fastest route that she could get to the home. And the bears were just like, oh, if she ever comes here again, we'll eat her up. And they yelled at her, don't ever come back, or we will make you our meal. And Goldilocks went, I'm not going back there anymore. And she ran home as fast as she could. And she got there, and she went and she hugged her mama, and she said, no, mama, you're right. Don't go to the bear's house. Don't go to the bear. I would never go to the bear's house. And she never did again. And that's the way the story ended. The bears cleaned up their house. They did, and they got their porridge, and everything was okay. And everybody lived happily ever after, except Goldilocks never went back to the bear's house. The end.